Well, hello guys. How did it go?
Oh, my bag. So that's sitting in the truck.
These guys are just at Minnesota Millennial Farmer, and the question is, did you solve all of his problems so that he doesn't want to get rid of his cart and strip till?
We fixed a few things and we'll be going back out to take a look at some other things.
All right, so not definitive. Sounds like there might be some things we still got to do. Good.
Let's just say it's not an obvious solution.
Okay.
But we did a lot of testing.
So you'd be running his strip till in the fall, so make sure it works. Maybe, if he lets us.
Yeah.
Anyway, more on that to come. Stay tuned. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Well guys, as Chuck is in the office taking care of business, he's got a lot of guys out in the field, the rebuild crew, who are taking care of business on some SDX40s. And you know what? It is a grueling job. Let's check in with them and see what they're up to. I see our truck and trailer and I see an air seeder. Hey guys, what's up? All right, we are at Harwood, North Dakota. And our team is working on an SDX40, 7.5 inch spacing. So if you do the math on that, that's 64 rows. There may be a 65th added. And this is the SDX machine. And there's quite a few out there in our area. There's not a lot in the United States, but there's quite a few. And we are rebuilding this. This thing is in pretty good shape, but there's always things you can improve on. So let's see what they're up to. Let's meet the crew. All right, team member number 1 here. Please state your name and what you do here.
Garrett Mock. I'm a rebuilder. I rebuild drills.
All right, now that we got the obvious out of the way. Garrett, what would you say your highs and lows are for this job today, or this week?
Probably the no airflow today. The air is pretty stagnant, would be a low. High was I got to sleep in my own bed every night.
It actually, I do feel the sweat coming out of off my brow, although I shouldn't complain because these guys have been out here for 3 days now. And yes, the high is valid. These guys are close to home, and that means they can go home every night, even though you're working till when every night?
I think we did 8 yesterday and Monday.
Oh man, I left at 7 p.m. last night from work, and these guys are not back yet, so I know they're out here a long time. And Garrett actually is not just a rebuilder, he's the team lead of the rebuilders. So knocking heads if he needs to, right? I'm just kidding. Doing the hurrah. You guys didn't hear me say that. I understand that Chuck has a slogan or a phrase. Do you know that phrase?
Determination.
Yep.
We like to say that a lot.
Determination, that's a good phrase. All right, let's move on. Oh, by the way, what are you working on?
I am putting the sound hoses from the intelligent ag sensors onto the main ECU.
Looks like they got a wireless blockage system going on here. That means the farmer's always gonna know when he's seeding or not, when he's got an issue. All right, I just found someone down here. Who do we got here?
Johnny.
Johnny, all right. Johnny, what do you do here?
I am a rebuild technician.
All right. What would you say your highs and lows are for the week?
Well, I'm gonna go with Garrett on the all sun and no wind. Gets you sweating. And the highs would be being able to go home. It's very, very nice. Got to come home last night to a pot roast. It was nice.
All right. Very good. Very good.
Better than gas station food.
Yeah. You're doing a great job. What are you working on right now?
I am doing the seed tabs.
Yep. So it looks like we got some old tabs here. And they're still there, but they're worn. And what does that look like when it's installed?
But this one's installed right there.
There we go. What do you think about the fact that your boss is sitting in an air-conditioned office right now?
He's the boss, right?
Yeah, that's a good answer. You passed. All right, let's move on. All right, so who do we got here?
Mikey.
Mikey?
Yeah.
Mikey, what do you do here?
I save the farmers' backs, for starters.
Oh, yeah, that's true. As shown right here.
Getting in there, lining up the holes. These aren't too bad because it's a threaded bearing that goes in, so Makes things a little easier.
All right, so what's some highs and lows you've had this week?
I'd say my highs are probably being close to home. Nice change of pace. My low, well, we are losing Garrett for a week.
Is he quitting?
Got his big
Garrett,
day.
what's going on up there?
Get married on Saturday.
Oh, hey, congratulations to Garrett. Very good. So being home is a high. What's a low?
Low for the week.
You gotta talk into the mic.
Payday is not till next week.
Oh, payday. Oh man, pressure's on. Yep, we just gotta wait for it. All right, so you got the disc. You're about, what, halfway through the rear rank? You're only like 20% of the way done then.
Yeah, with these, but over everything else overall, we're pretty far.
Okay. Day 3 on this 64-row machine. These SDXs are grueling, you guys. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. These guys do a great job, and you can count on us for great parts. Yeah. Let's take a look at these depth adjusters. It's like we put gold nuggets on these things, gold plates.
Garrett welded those up today.
All right, okay, that's just a colored thing, but that is a hardened steel shifter plate that solves the slop there. We weld on this to fix some slop in here, and then a new hardened pin that goes through. So now, this is back to not so sloppy. And then also a bigger hole, bigger bushing here. Farmers kept telling us you got to come up with something because Case makes you swap out that whole assembly for over 150 bucks per one, when all you really need to do is update a few parts. So we finally did it. You guys asked for it. We got it done. What was that slogan again?
Determination.
All right, is that it? Is there anything else to it?
Oh no, if you go to Vegas and don't come back, you might have termination. But...
Termination. So, determination or termination. That's the way it goes around here on this crew. Chuck keeps a tight ship, and he's got some great guys. And Chuck... All right, let's move on. All right, so I think I saw another body down here. In order to get to him, it appears I need to crawl.
You get to lay down and take a nap.
All right. It's not so bad here in the baking sun. These flies keep trying to bite me.
The flies are vicious out here.
Yeah, I gotta quit feeding them. I think I'm gonna get dirty. Oh no, not my Welker hat. Who do we got here?
Brett McDonald.
All right, Brett, what do you do here?
I install whatever needs to be installed.
All right, good. Do you take apart things that need to be taken apart?
Occasionally.
All right, all right. What would you say your highs and lows are for the week?
My high for the week, I definitely don't need to go to the gym after doing this job.
Yeah, that's true.
Low for the week, I don't really have one yet.
All right.
You know, there's still some week left, so I'm holding out on it. So
there's still some opportunity for some lows, but this is a pretty optimistic guy. All right, that's saying something when you're laying under this for 3 days.
Yeah, but it'll be good as new when we're done.
Yeah,
so.
That's right. Bonus question.
Uh-oh.
How is it working for Chuck?
He might get the AC, but I don't really want his end of the job though either. So it's not always sunshine and roses out here, but I'm not the kind of guy that wants behind a desk. So
yeah,
I'll leave that for somebody else.
All right. So what are you working on right now, Brett?
These shiny depth adjusters, or finger pincher 9000s.
That's a new catchy marketing slogan, the finger pincher 9000.
Yeah, if you're not careful, they'll fall and catch your fingers.
All right. So show me how this works.
Right now I'm about ready to put this plate in there, and before this plate goes in there, it will catch your fingers if you're not careful. So get it lined up in there. Let's get my bolt in there.
Ow, a fly's biting me! Sorry.
You've only got one
had a
so
little
far?
detour there.
Get that bolt in, and now I shouldn't have to worry about my fingers quite as much.
All right.
And then just repeat it 64 times.
Very good, you're doing a great job. So here's that hub we were talking about that's got tapped holes. So you set the disc on and then you run the bolts with washers in. New scrapers on the front, and here's why you probably want to do this if the scrapers get too worn. You guys see this edge that's getting worn? Well, what's happening is this is wearing. This used to be a plate with a sharp edge. This gets worn and the disc continues to move closer and closer to the disc, and then it also shoves your seed boot into the disc, and that wears the seed boot, and that can cause problems too. And then this can get so narrow that you can plug. It creates a hook here, and this hook will cause plugging. Here's a perfect example of that hook that's forming. right here, which is causing plugging, and I'm getting eaten alive. Ah! It's a monster. Excuse me.
I was gonna say, and promise I'm not laughing at you and the flies.
Oh my goodness. You guys, these flies, they know you can't swat them, so they just bite you. I am getting out of here.
You must smell good.
I must be nice and tasty office meat. Oh my goodness, you guys. Here's our ready heavy duty extended wear plates. Start out with a good base material, an AR steel, and then extra hard surfacing. That's gonna last a lot longer. We also go up a bit on the front edge so that it helps it wear longer, doesn't come in towards the disc as fast. So if you need those, that's a great product to get from us. This road does not wiggle hardly at all. This is all in the wheel. So the wheel, which is original, it's pretty rare that we don't replace that, but that thing's still within spec. It's only maybe 1/2 inch side to side. And then the main roll though is tight. Yeah, that's good. And that's all because of the ready pivot, where we change out the entire bucket, here we call it, or the mounting bracket, and we put bigger holes in. We put bigger holes in because we can put spring bushings in now, solve the slop in the bucket, and if that wears out again, we can just put different spring bushings in. No more replacing this whole thing again, which is pretty costly. And then also a harder pin, a retaining plate, some better hardware. If you're an SDX owner, you know that these bolts will break off, or the hole will get oblong in here. And this plate here is thicker on this pin, and this pin is harder. So a much better solution than OEM, which is what we're all about here. Looks like we're testing some sensors, making sure the system's working. Garrett's getting it all set up for the farmer. Oh, nice. Yep, so it's showing H is flowing and everything else is blocked. All right, guys, keep up the good work. Thanks for everything you do. Let's get the job done well and get home. Looks like on the cart, you guys, we did a meter install. As you can see, here's the old one. It looks okay on the outside, but there's certainly plenty of corrosion in here. Paint flaking off, seals coming off because of the flaking. Just a problem there. And I believe they put one on before. One here. Look at that nice, beautiful stainless. That's gonna last a while. And then there's one back here as well. This one looks like they're gonna go a little longer with, get some more longevity out of. But now we got 2 meter housings on this cart that have been replaced. So this thing's gonna be rocking and rolling too. Not only the drill over there, but, another fly! You guys, the flies! They're laughing at me. You can't even feel them touch you and then they're biting you. Hey guys, something I forgot to mention on this cart is I actually worked with the farmer, Wayne, who owns this cart, to come up with a solution so he doesn't plug. Now, it was his idea to space this dolly, the wheels on this dolly more, and that's what I did. I basically just made a spacer that goes on the hub and that kicks that thing out about 4 or 5 inches. And so you'll notice this gap here is a bit wider than what's normal, and it really helped him not plug with the gumbo. And then he also put scrapers on behind here, as you can see. Just another example of how we solve problems, help farmers solve problems, and yeah, get them up and running. All right, guys, see you later. Thanks for everything. Yeah, get home and enjoy some good home cooking. All right, no more fly biting me, please.